So guys, in today's video we've got two things to go over. First, we're going to talk about the update that the Destiny 2 team on Twitter gave about the Brave arsenal of weapons and the changes that they're making to the dropping schedule of those weapons in terms of the time gating situation that's been going on. And we're also going to be talking about the potential 2 returning exotic missions coming in the Into the Light update and what more could be released with those missions. We'll jump into all the details here as usual, but before we do, as always, if you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, as it's free to do and really does help me out here a ton. We're also getting super close to 1,000 subscribers, so any support there would be very much appreciated. And with all that out of the way, let's just start off talking about what the Destiny 2 team on Twitter posted. I'm just going to read out the entire thing because it's actually very informational and good thing for us to know. First up, we've got some updates on the rollout for the Brave Arsenal starting on April 9th, plus some important callouts to highlight just how much loot you'll be swimming in during the Into the Light update. First up, we've seen the feedback on releasing an additional weapon each week after the first 6 drop on April 9th, and we're condensing the schedule to release everything by April 30th rather than May 21st. So before, when April 9th launched, there would only be 6 weapons releasing, which is still going to stay the same, but then what was going to happen was that with each week passing April 9th, 1 new weapon would be added into that Brave Arsenal loot pool, but now it seems that 2 are going to be added, which is a lot better than before. Next up, they state that we still think it's important to have fresh rewards to look forward to in the first few weeks, and we want to pack the first half of Destiny 2 into the light before we introduce more playable content in the second half. Let's talk about guaranteed limited edition variants and weapon drop rates next. By completing our site's quests, you are guaranteed to get a created limited edition variant of each weapon. The team has picked some hot perk combos for these, and they will come with unique shiny visuals. So even if you don't have a lot of free time, you'll be able to walk out of Destiny 2 Into the Light with a limited edition variant of all 12 Brave weapons, with excellent rolls and over a month to complete these straightforward quests. Earning your own limited edition god roll is meant to be a very exclusive reward and should require some effort, which is why we want to make sure everyone can get at least 1 awesome limited edition variant for each weapon through quests. The weapon drop rates during Into the Light will be among our highest in Destiny history, even harkening back to the days of Season of Opulence. By attuning to specific weapons, you'll greatly increase the chance of it dropping from Onslaught chests, and you'll be opening a lot of chests depending on how long you last. Expect to earn several drops of the same weapon in a single session, especially on 50 wave runs. You can also use the weapon chest near shacks at the Hall of Champions to get more weapons using trophies of bravery. These trophies drop game-wide across core ritual, seasonal activities, raids, dungeons, days of eternities, lost sectors, and more. So you're always earning progress towards more weapons as you're playing. These even drop from Onslaught chests, so you'll be able to grab a few more rolls after every Onslaught session. All 12 Brave weapons can still be farmed after Destiny 2 Into the Light concludes. We'll be moving Onslaught over to a dedicated node in the Vanguard Ops with the launch of the final shape, at which point you'll also be able to enhance perks on all of these weapons. And we have even more content to announce for Destiny 2 Into the Light next week on their Twitch channel, which will be the final Destiny 2 Into the Light dev stream at 10 AM PT on Tuesday, which is just the daily reset time. So some great news there for anybody who was worried about not having enough time to farm out the god rolls of these weapons. Should have definitely more than enough time to get any god rolls that you're after, especially if you want a god rolled shiny limited edition version of any of the weapons. Moving on from that good news, let's talk about the 2 returning exotic missions. Now, we don't know which exotic missions these are going to be, but there is some speculation going on around the community. Me personally, I do think that these exotic missions will in fact be the 0-hour exotic mission, which rewarded you with the Outbreak Perfected Pulse Rifle, and the Whisper of the Worm mission, which dropped Whisper of the Worm exotic sniper rifle. Now, there has been some other speculation going around that the Hawk Moon mission could also be returning. I believe this one was called Harbinger. That one was pretty cool, but personally, I do think that 0-hour and Whisper of the Worm have been out of the game for a much longer period of time, and a lot more people have good memories farming that than they do Harbinger. So those are my speculations on which exotic missions we could be seeing, but one thing to note is that with every exotic mission that's currently in the game, they all come with a set of legendary weapons that are also farmable within said mission. So let's just take a look at which exotic mission is available today. It's Vox Obscura, and I believe that from this exotic mission you're actually able to farm out the Season of the Worthy weapons, if I'm correct. which was a Cabal themed season. So let's just say that 0 Hour does end up returning. 0 Hour is a Fallen themed mission where you hunt after the Siva themed exotic of Outbreak Perfected. I feel like this exotic mission would be a great time to bring back the Season of the Splicer weapons, as it kind of fits the same theme. Same thing with Whisper of the Worm. Now, this one was a Taken themed mission, but it also took place on Io, which was mainly a Vex dominated planet, so we could potentially see possibly Season of Dawn weapons return, as that was a Vex themed season. The only other Taken-themed season I can think of was Season of the Deep, which currently all the weapons from that season are still available. So maybe once the final shape launches, the Whisper Exotic mission stays, maybe those Taken-themed weapons could be added into that mission's loot pool. But yeah, just a good thing to note there that potentially with these returning missions, we could see more weapons being added in the Into the Light update, which is going to be insane, considering that we already have 12 very strong weapons coming with the Brave Arsenal, and adding even more weapons into that is going to be awesome. And yeah, that's it for this video talking about the missions and the update to the schedule of Brave Arsenal weapons. Leave your thoughts on the schedule in the comment section down below, and leave your thoughts on what missions you could be seeing. Do you think we're going to get Harbinger back, 0 Hour, or the Whisper mission? We're only getting 2, so leave your thoughts down there. And we'll obviously see what gets confirmed in the live stream next Tuesday. So I'm very excited for that. But yeah, that's it for this video. As always, if you've enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.